Hey you are, hey, it's your favorite nurse man. I'm back once again with another video. So, as I said it before, I'm not one of the girlies that gets paid to get on here, okay? So I'm giving you bonnet, and that's because I really just had like something on my heart, and I was like, I want to record a video, but I was not about to, I wasn't about to like get all spruced up to record the video. So, shout out to my mom, she made me this shirt. But I I believe it was the last video that I made. I was telling you guys, like, oh yeah, I work on a med surg unit now and things of that sort. Med surg has been kicking my tail. Do you hear me kicking my back end? I had a shift, my last shift for last week. I didn't sit the whole 12 and a half hours that I was there. Like, my coworker was like, I've never seen someone stand and be in motion during the whole shift. And I did not. And I wanted to cry, but there was no time to cry. I didn't get a break. I didn't have time to cry. I didn't have time to process any of my emotions until after I left. When I left, when I left, my phone was on 87%. That tells you that I was not on my phone because I went in with the phone on 100%. I left, it was on 87, and that probably even just happened from me checking the time during the 12 and a half hours that I was there, because I definitely was not texting. I was not, doing any anything on my phone. Like, it was rough. And I feel like because thus far in my nursing career, I've had, I have had one job that does not make the cut when it comes to my resume. But other than that, this is my fourth nursing job. So, it's like from each place, um, my fourth nursing job, my third staffing job, my second full-time staffing job. But at each place, I just kind of pick up on things that I love or hate, so that when I am in an administrative position, I don't fumble the bag how I see it get fumbled oftentimes. It's very disheartening because I love being a nurse. I've never told anybody anything different. I've never said I hate being a nurse, I hate nursing. No, it's strenuous. It is very mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually taxing work. It will take everything out of you. And then especially like if on top of that you're a parent, and on top of that you're in school, and on top of that like you have other people in your life that need you and require things of you, and then trying to find time to be there for yourself. It's just like, when can you breathe? When can you be a human? When can you be somebody? Like, when can you be yourself, as opposed to being, wearing all of these badges, if you will. And I don't know, it's just like, it gets hard. Like, and my message is just keep going. Make sure that you respect yourself and that you have standards so that you know what you won't accept and you know what your bottom line is. And do not sacrifice your bottom line, because I feel like anytime you sacrifice your bottom line, that's when bad stuff happens. That's when things go very, very, very wrong in any facet of life. So whether it be a job or whether it be a relationship, if you come in with standards and those standards are not being met, then you have to get out of there. Because you have those standards for a reason. So like, don't compromise yourself, your position. Man, yourself or your position to fit in or to gain, when it comes to a job, to, get a check, or when it comes to a relationship, to get love. Like, just don't, because that's when bad things happen. And I know people are oftentimes like, oh, well, you can't just quit a job. Baby, if you, especially, like, especially if you had to get some sort of certification or license to do what you do, get out of there, because the last thing you want is for somebody to take that from you. Something that you worked so hard for somebody to come and take it from you is a slap in the face. And for you to even have to try to defend it, and in an effort to keep it, and that's not guaranteed, it's a slap in the face. So, like, the first sign of BS, get out of there. um and then sometimes it's easier said than done. It's just like, I try to think about it like, you can get another job. Once they take that license, or that certification, it's just like, now what? Now what? So yeah, but last week for me was just like hectic. It was just hectic, y'all. I spilled coffee in my car, got a ticket, which I don't agree with the ticket, but I'm one of those people, like, I just can't have things like too much going on, too much to do, like all these unnecessary court dates. I have other stuff to do, so I just gave the people their money, because it was very weird. It was a very weird encounter, but we won't get too deep into that because whatever. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Everything is everything, and my weekend was so bad at work that it literally took me 3 days to recover. So my fourth off day, which is today, but the day's almost over, so it's currently 11:38 at night. But like, I kind of had energy, but then I also, like, at the same time, I didn't, because yeah, like, it's just draining. Like, it's draining, and especially when you don't feel supported as a staff member at an organization, it gets hard, because, like I said, every part of you goes into the job. Like, I say that it's physical because obviously, we move patients, and I am not a lazy nurse. So, like, if my nursing assistants need to change my patient, or if I need to do dressing changes, or if we're short staffed, even if I have to change a patient by myself, that gets done. I do that. So that's the physical. The mental is like, the mental is trying to rationalize with patients that may or may not be able to receive the information in which you were trying to give them, and also like managing yourself, like where you are in this time, and where you're going to be for the next 12 and a half hours, in this shift, and like, so kind of having that up here, and like having a game plan. That's the mental. The emotional is when you do have patients that are extremely sick, or are not able to communicate, or patients that are neurodivergent and they may communicate different from the patients in which you're used to seeing, or even yourself. It's like, having to tap into that part of you to empathize and be able to meet that patient where they're at, in spite of all of the chaos happening around you. And then spiritual, because you're really giving yourself to your patients, and sometimes your coworkers as well. Like, that's a lot. You're dealing with a lot of different energies, a lot of different attitudes, a lot of different, you know, beings and people with different spiritual and religious practices than yourself. And, you know, you're trying to keep your, you know, person intact and your spirit intact while dealing with those that are different from you in many different ways. And so I say all that to say, like, it's just everything about it is hard. And I don't want it to be easy. Like I said, I just feel like if I had more support in that space, I would feel a lot more comfortable and validated and thinking about what more support or what adequate support would look like makes me happy, and it also upsets me because I know that it's not likely to happen. But yeah, so like I said, the message really, y'all, is just keep going. Okay, you will get there eventually all will be well. You just gotta believe it. You just gotta keep going. You just gotta push through it. And if you ever feel like you are sacrificing your bottom line to be or fit in a space, in a place, you gotta get out of there, because it will ultimately do you no good. And even if it does you good financially, it might affect your mental and emotional. You get what I'm saying? Like things like that. So you just gotta weigh your options. But okay, I'm done ranting for the night. I am probably about to go to sleep. Like I said, now it's 11:42. But it was nice talking to you guys, and hopefully I will be able to get on here soon. I'm just usually so tired and so drained and so exhausted, but I'm hopeful that I will be able to get on here soon. So everybody have a nice night, a nice day, and see you soon. Bye.